Yeah, sorry, Will. I'm going to gate crash the party here.
One then.
Good to see you.
And
Very
you.
appreciate your time. Jan Harvey, what a great question, and Will, what a great answer, guys. I think you've just basically received more insight into that kind of whole situation than you could get anywhere online. So phenomenal. Well, I know we've got only a few minutes left, so I just wanted to. There was two more questions from the guys that looked interesting. So I'll give it two more questions, and then I'll just finish with perhaps one of my own. So could Tom Lee, could you step up and ask your question, please?
Hi, Will. Thanks for coming on. My basic question was just how do you Prime Brokerage desk manage creating appealing product for your clients, that will incentivize people to, bank with you, whilst also making sure that there's liquidity in the market so that you can actually kind of manage the bank's risk as a result of taking on those products. Cheers.
So let's give two parts really to your answer. I think to the second part, we have a fairly robust commitment committee process before any new client joins the firm, where we look at a sample book of sample portfolio, and we look at how much of their positioning we can either source internally, because we have this internalization where we can use stock that we hold elsewhere to finance other clients' positions, and as a result, that gives us an interesting return on that client's business. And using the firm's balance sheet means that we have to demonstrate that we can hit a return on balance sheet threshold before we were able to take on that piece of business. So to your second part of the question, I think we are fairly thorough as to whether or not to partner with a client based on whether or not we think we can service the assets that they're going to hold, and whether the assets they're going to hold yield a decent return for us. What was the first part of your question?
It was just how do you balance that with being able to create appealing kind of.
So I see the job of Prime Brokerage really as pulling in all the different resources that the firm can offer and making sure that we are sort of a facilitator, to be honest. Like I like to tell people that we're kind of fixers, because the clients will deal with us because we're looking after their assets, but they may want to talk to capital markets about the upcoming deal flow and whether they can have a private meeting before they go to IPO. They may want to talk to derivatives about structuring something that particularly solves for maybe an elevated exposure to Southern European financials right now. So they want a basket to hedge their portfolio, or they want to talk to someone about electronic trading because they think we're 1 basis point too expensive. They typically come to us, and then we help them navigate the firm. Now, it goes a little bit back to the BNP point. If you don't have all of those resources and you don't have the ability to be a full service bank to a client, you can't really do that. And so there's no point in just winning business on price, as we were just discussing. But then when it comes to actually providing the services in return, you're devoid of half of them. You can't retain that business successfully. So I think the job of Prime Brokerage is to really understand what the client is going to want. Can we service them? Do we think they're going to grow? Do they have the ingredients for success? And is it going to meet our return threshold on balance sheet usage? Does that answer the question?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks very much for that.
Okay. Great stuff.